Alright guys, what is going on? And as you can see back here is our pile of camping stuff that we unloaded from the truck. Obviously because you can tell there's no Mustangs in the driveway, there's no Mustangs in the garage. That's because they're both at Power Lab Performance for the next couple weeks, if not a little bit longer. So right now we only have the truck and we emptied it out. We cleared out a lot of our camping stuff, and so I'm gonna kind of show you guys kind of a raw, unorganized garage right now of just all of the gear that we have in here, and show you guys what we bring along with us. And it's not a fancy video, it's not a, you know, like a product showcase or anything. Please excuse the mess that's in the garage right now because we're actually in the middle of reorganizing everything while the cars are gone. We're going to clean out the garage before our trip to Cape Lookout Island. So let me go ahead and begin. Let me go ahead and set some things up, and let's go ahead and break down what's in these boxes that we take on camping trips and what are all these little devices. So let's start with that. Well, obviously the first cool thing is this CVT light. Now this CVT light has multiple functions, right? It breaks down pretty easily and it fits in this little bag, this little CVT bag that's about that size. It's about the size of a traction board, maybe a little less. But basically the poles go in there and it has multiple functions. So one of those functions is this awesome little Bluetooth speaker, and it sounds really, really good. And this Bluetooth speaker has a little hook. You can hang it up somewhere, and then it magnetically reattaches and charges from that base. Now, if you're familiar with like overlanding gear, you're probably familiar with Claymore lights. And these are, there's 3 rechargeable lights that are magnetic, and you can basically put them anywhere you can put a magnet. It's got multiple functions. It's got like a headlight option. See if I can figure out how to do that. There you go, strobe, and then of course a dimmer switch. Long click and hold shuts it off, and then when you're done you just reattach and it charges. The other cool feature obviously is the lights. So it has got 3 LED panels that rotate around the dome light, and up top it has got a solar panel. So it has 3 options to charge this wonderful thing. One of the options is you can plug in a USB. If I can get this open with one hand. You can plug in a USB to charge it. You can actually charge another device from it with a battery. So if you are at camp and you don't have anything to charge your device with and you've got a lot of sunlight, you can put this outside and charge from the sun through this device. So that comes in really handy. And of course this has three different dimmer modes, and then click and hold to shut it off. So the only cons that I really kind of notice with this unit is it has a additional little weird pizza dome shaped case for this piece itself. So that's kind of the one downside. You kind of have to find room for it, but it being so practical for using it for something like for being at camp, having a speaker and having those Claymore lights and having a solar panel available to charge your device, it's a really, really cool option to have, and it's kind of worth finding the space for it. So let's go to the other bags. Nothing too crazy here. So these are just our Cvt chairs. I'll put a picture right over here of what they look like. And then over in that bag is our awning bag for our tent. This is the pop-up shower / privacy room that Julie likes to have, because obviously she has a private bathroom area that she can have at camp, and it also doubles as a shower. So here's what that looks like when it's fully deployed and open. Give you an idea. Let's move over to these boxes. Alright, so what we've got here, we have got 3 Roam boxes, and if you recall from my video that I recorded about a month or so ago when I received these, I did a little review. These are the 95-liter Rome cases, and they've been holding up really well. You can see they're scratched up, they're dinged up, and they have been holding and keeping everything nice and airtight for everything that we've thrown at it. I had a small issue. One of the struts were a little bent, but ultimately the customer service team, the owner of Rome, reached out to me, and they resolved all the issues and took care of it. And I am pleased to say that everything has been working as it should. So let me go ahead and start. This is a Pure Outdoor. It's almost like a little Pelican case. I bought this with a different intent, and obviously it's a little too small to use for what I had intended originally, but I found a new use for it. If any of you guys run deflators, I put my Jayco rapid deflator. Your ARB will fit, other deflators will fit, but it's something better than just the little bag that I guess your deflators will come in to keep it protected. Obviously, when it comes to a gauge, you want to keep it protected from shocks. You don't want to drop it just because it's going to be calibrated from when you buy it. So this is a little case that I toss it in. It's dust proof, it's airtight, and it's got a little vent in here to release certain pressure occasionally, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the first box, and obviously this is the Rome 95 liter. I'm not going to go over how this box is built or whatever. You can watch my review of that, but it's got 3 metal latches. They all unlatch like that, and then there's 2 gas struts inside, and the box opens up as so. When it comes to what's inside this box, this one's fairly organized, but this is kind of my recovery box and box that I would use if we do encounter anything on the trail that would need to be fixed. It could be someone that's with me, it could be tightening up a loose bolt, or any type of simple recovery that might be needed during the process of being out on the trail. So I'll have a whoopee. I have a fire extinguisher over there. I have more of a traditional lay down mat, so this, if I'm getting really dirty, if we're going down onto the pavement to look at something, or if I'm going to be down on the ground helping somebody, I'll usually bring this out and kind of just deploy it and just have something that's on the ground so that we're not getting absolutely filthy. So I have 2 toolboxes. So this is something that I'm still in the process of trying to be better at, and having the tools that I need just in case we need to do a repair on the trail. Now typically if you're wanting to build out a tool kit, it's going to be harder to bring all the tools you need for all the rigs that are going to be with you. So if you have Jeeps and you have Toyotas and you have Fords and you have whatever it may be that's with you, it's going to be hard, and it's going to be really heavy to try to bring every single tool that you're going to need for those other vehicles. So try to keep just what you need for your rig, and then that'll cut down on a little bit of weight. So in here, I'm just going to go through this really quick. I've got some solder, electrical solder. So it's good to have. I have a soldering iron with me. So this is a cordless soldering iron. I've got some pliers, and these are just my standard wrenches. It's good to have if you need to tighten up anything on the tent. So yeah, that's basically it for that box. Lots of wrenches. And then here, so I've got sockets, bolts, hole punches, scissors, Allen keys, screwdriver stuff, little C-clamp, just yeah, basically the socket stuff I have in this box. Now obviously this isn't like really refined yet. The more I go out, the more I put into this or take out. So try not to judge me too much on what I have in my tool cases. And of course we have zip ties, we've got rope. Don't mind this. This is something I need to install on the truck. And then got a spare microfiber. I got washers here, which I'll probably organize and put them in there. This was kind of a quick thing before my last trip. Like I said, electrical tape is a good thing to have. Eventually it'll probably go in one of these tool bins. And then I've got this little pouch inside here. We've got some ratchet straps, multiple ratchet straps. We have some bungees. I have this. So I have like a little multi-tool screwdriver, like little sockets. Just an Amazon Basics. It was like maybe 10 bucks. Just a good thing to have. Just a pair of needle nose pliers, because a lot of times, a lot of the needle nose pliers that I have, they've been rusted out. They're just older, so they're a little harder to work with. So this is a brand new set. Whenever I do need it, it's just going to be there. It's going to be brand new. And then, of course, more longer zip ties. You know, you never know if you tear off a panel, something happens, and you need to get it home, right? Multiple zip ties can work. They can do wonders. So you can never have too many zip ties, I think. So that's pretty much it for the recovery box. I think the next box will be the camping box. So let's jump to that one. Alright, so this is the camping box, and obviously it's kind of a mess because when we packed up at camp we kind of just tossed everything in here, so it's a little messy. So I'm going to just kind of grab a few things. So obviously we'll have propane in here. We have this CVT light, which has come on every camping trip. It has a built-in fan, but it also has a built-in light, so you can turn it all the way up. It can be a spotlight. It has multiple uses at the campsite. It has a stand as well, so I often also turn this on to have blowing in my face if I'm cooking, if it's a little warmer out. And obviously we usually just bring this into the tent every night that we're camping. So toilet paper, don't need a description on toilet paper. So these are Goal Zero lights. These are little crush lights. So if you didn't see that, try to do that in front of the camera where it's focused. They have little solar panels on them that you can see, so you can charge them during the day. And they flip out like this, and you can turn them on, and it provides you a little bit of camp light, different settings. It's a really nice, soft, warm lighting. I believe they're like 12 bucks on Amazon. They don't require a battery, but if you do want to charge them, or you want to run them for an extended period of time, you can with a USB micro cable and plug it into like a little tiny portable battery bank, and it will run all night long. This should be in my recovery box. So like I said, this isn't the best video, but it kind of just shows you a general idea of what we'll typically bring. Gorilla tape kind of goes alongside with the zip tie thing. It's always a good thing to have just in case. We'll have wipes. I'll have glass wipes. We'll have something to start a fire. So this little thing is absolutely awesome. So if you're not sure what this is, or you can kind of tell just from the video here, this is a bug zapper. And you turn it on, it electrifies the wires in there, and I don't know if you can see, but there are dead bugs inside of here. Even though I rinsed it before I tossed it in this box, there are dead bugs inside of this, and they are dead. And some, when we were in Alabama, this thing was wrapped around with bugs inside, and this I believe was $25. But like I said, this has a dual purpose as well. So this also has a flashlight, a strobe, and I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of bright outside here. It is also a camp lantern and has a hook that goes in anywhere you need. If you can see from this picture, I hung this up actually on the CVT light so that it would kill bugs while we're at camp and it kind of attract them. So this is a really cool thing to have. I really like this. It's been proving its worth. The other thing, we have a standard Coleman Citronella candle that we'll bring with us. Nothing crazy. This is just your standard Coleman Citronella that will light. And then these, they kind of fell out, but I will show you guys this as well. So these are light-a-fire fire starters, and if you just read this, it's good for camping, fireplaces, grilling, hunting, survival kits. These burn for 15 minutes, and they are also state park friendly. It uses food grade wax. They're waterproof. They don't require lighter fluid, so basically you just take this to camp, light this, and then toss it into the fire. It will burn for 15 minutes. but I got these on Amazon. I got these last year and they've been lasting for a while. So yeah, and here's their number, or their site is www.rvi.name, and they provide employment opportunities for persons with disabilities. So it goes to a really, really good foundation, and I have been super happy with these. These have never let me down, and yeah, so it's like a wax with sawdust, and they burn for 15 minutes. So I've been super happy with that. That kind of covers most everything in the camp box that isn't the obvious. So obviously we're going to move to the bottom box now, and I think there isn't much in there outside of the annexes, but we'll check. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up the last box. This is the awning annex. This is the annex floor. That's all that's in here. So I won't really talk about that. But I will show you guys this. I got this for $15 at Walmart, and it is a Plano. But it's not a normal Plano, it is a Plano automotive crate. Opens up like that. It's like just odds and ends, kind of almost like a junk box, but I've got some microfibers, track armor, blue painter's tape. It's just really an odds and ends box. If you're at camp and you have got items that are just kind of lingering around and you don't want to organize it, something like this is a really good solution that you just toss in. It's sealed. Obviously, look how dirty the box is. The inside has a rubber seal that goes in through the top, and you can take a look. There's nothing inside the box that's dirty. You see the outside, that's filthy. So I won't bore you with more boxes that have just normal stuff on it, but I will talk about a few other things. For refrigeration and power, we use a Yeti 400. It is a 400 watt lithium battery from Goal Zero, and it has been doing everything that we have been wanting to do. Now, it's a battery, so there's really not much to say about it except it works, and it works well. The refrigerator, if you saw my video, this is a Joy Tutus. It's got a really weird name, but the fridge has been working really well. Here's the inside. It's a really nice option, and I got the upgraded case that goes with it that has like the insulation mat. So we toss that over, keeps it insulated, keeps the refrigerator clean. There's venting for the vents and the compressor on the actual refrigerator, so it's been working out really well. Outside of that, it holds all the food that we need, and I got it for like 350 bucks on Amazon. So it's the Joy Tutus 53 liter or 53 quart. Yeah, 53 quart, I think. And it's been working out. It's got really, really nice handles. They're built really solid. When this goes bad, if it does go bad, I will probably look into getting a Dometic. But for my budget at this time, the Dometic was not really an option for me, and this has been working wonderfully for a quarter of the price of a Dometic. So I hope you guys just enjoyed this little quick video of some of the gear that we take along to our camping trips. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Let us know, and I'll go and answer them. And I'm still going to plan on doing the walk around of the Ranger in the next couple weeks, which has been kind of busy. So take it easy.